What's up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome to Water Cooler Quarterback, where we act like we know things about football. On today's video, we are going to be breaking down 3 things that need to happen for the Arizona Cardinals to consider the 2023 season a success. If we're being brutally honest, no one's really expecting much from the Cardinals this year. Many people believe that the Cardinals are going to be earning the first overall pick in next year's draft. There's even been comparisons to the winless Browns and Lions teams. And while that all sounds really doom and gloom, I do think there are some things that the Cardinals can do to make good use of this season. So here are my 3 keys to the Arizona Cardinals having a successful season in 2023. Number 1, I would like to see the culture change. We've got a new head coach in Jonathan Gannon and a new GM in Monty Ossenfort. The old regime of Cliff Kingsbury and Steve Keim is done. And that, in hindsight, was quite a mess, wasn't it? And even though some videos of Jonathan Gannon speaking to the team or meeting players initially lead you to believe that this guy might be a weirdo who has no idea what he's doing.
Who drove over here? Let me see your hands. Who took the bus? Did you have fire in your gut?
I do think that he can at least set a more positive tone for the future. And as for GM Monty Ossenfort, I'm already impressed with what he has done in this past year's draft. I'm really happy that we got a new GM and a new coach in the same year so these guys can work in tandem. Hopefully they're able to work hand in hand and build the team that they both want. But more than anything, I just want to see these two, especially Jonathan Gannon, establish a culture where playing for one another is super important. Even if by the end of the season we have no wins, I want to see some heart out on that field. I want to see guys playing for one another and not giving up. The culture that the Cardinals have had the past couple of seasons has not been great. This is evidenced by Kyler Murray screaming profanities at his head coach on the sidelines. That is not the look that we want. We want a cohesive unit, a team, guys that work together and for one another. So if they're able to establish a new culture this season, that is the first key to success. The second key to success is establishing and building up some of these young guys to be the future of the team. The Cardinals have had a fire sale so far this year and have gotten rid of a lot of players. Guys like DeAndre Hopkins and Isaiah Simmons are no longer with the team, and new guys are going to have to step up into their place. I'd love to see guys like Paris Johnson and Michael Wilson become the face of the franchise and become solid pieces of the team for years to come. If we can develop some young talent and get a good foundation, I think the Cardinals can be in a good place moving forward. So we've got the first key as establishing a new culture where teammates want to play for one another and work together even when things aren't going well. The second key is to establish and develop some young talent so that we can move forward with confidence. And the third key is to know what we're doing in the future. It is entirely likely that the Cardinals have the first overall pick in the 2024 draft. If not the first, probably top 5, especially considering they also have the Texans' first round pick. So hypothetically, if they were to have the first overall pick, what are we doing? Are we trading it away and keeping Kyler? Or are we going to trade Kyler and get Caleb Williams? I really don't want to have to go through an offseason of he said, she said, false reports, and him and Han, maybe this, maybe that, no one knows. I want to have some clear direction for the future. Either we're going to go get Caleb Williams out of USC and move on with a quarterback on a rookie contract, or we're going to stick with Kyler Murray and develop this team around him. Look, I really like Kyler. He's the quarterback for my favorite team. Of course, I'm going to support him. But if the answer is to move on from him, then okay. But I just want that answer to be clear. Whatever the team decides, I'll support. All right, I'm down. Let's go. Let's get Caleb Williams or let's stick with Kyler. Whichever is the decision. I just want to have a clear idea of what the future of the Cardinals is going to look like by the end of this season. So in a league where winning is the most important thing, how does a team who's not going to win a lot have a successful season? Well, my 3 keys are as we discussed. Number 1 is to establish a new culture where guys want to play and work for one another. Number 2 is to develop some young talent that can be the face of the franchise moving forward. And number 3 is to figure out what the quarterback position is going to look like in 2024. It's going to be a long season for Cardinals fans. There's no doubt about that. But if those 3 things can get done, I think the Cardinals will be in a really good spot heading into 2024. My name is Andrew. This is Water Cooler Quarterback, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.